Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's author interview. I'm Don Finn, and I am the editor of the COABE Journal, and it's my pleasure to highlight one of the articles that is currently in our edition, noted as Programs Succeed When Learners Lead. This edition of the COABE Journal really focuses in on student leadership, and the article that we're highlighting in this interview is entitled "To Truly Be Transformative, We Must Be Led by Student Leadership at Briya PCS." And so it is my pleasure to welcome Ashley and Lauren, who are the two authors of this work. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to them and ask them if please go ahead and introduce yourselves to our audience.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren Stoltzfus, and I am the communications manager at Briya.
And hi, my name is Ashley Simpson Baird, and formerly I was a teacher at Briya about 12 years ago, and now I partner with them on research and policy related projects. I also just want to say a little bit about Briya before we jump into the article. Briya is a two-generation public charter school located in Washington, D.C. Two-generation means that we serve parents and their children together. On site, we have infant, toddler, and pre-kindergarten classes for children, and for their parents down the hall, we offer English as a second language, national external diploma classes, as well as workforce courses on site. Everything that we do at Briya is really focused on that family unit. Our mission is to strengthen families through culturally responsive two-generation education. And we recognize that parents are children's first and most important teachers, and that the success of a child is inextricably linked to the success of their parent.
Ashley, thank you for that overview. Lauren, thank you for introducing yourself. So let's just roll right into the questions here. I'm curious, could you share with our viewers why did you write this article for the COABE Journal?
So when we saw that COABE put out this call for articles on the topic of student leadership, that really connected with us, and we thought about the many ways that students have an integral role as leaders at Briya, and we really wanted to share about that, as well as sharing how we've seen student leadership impact not only adult students themselves, but like Ashley mentioned, their children, their entire families, the broader community, and Briya itself, and the model and things that we offer here. So in our article, we go into how student leadership is woven through our curriculum at all levels of our ESOL classes and our workforce development programs. And students also have leadership opportunities through a variety of extracurricular activities, student council, a student advocacy group, student outreach ambassadors that help us connect with prospective students, as well as pathways that we offer to facilitate employment at Briya and at other organizations. So we were really excited to share about that integral role in all the ways we see student leadership at Briya.
Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, one of the things that our readers will find as they read through your article is the different components of the program, how the program is organized, and how the learners are engaged. It's really, really interesting, and we're so happy we had a chance to publish your work. So let me ask another question. In looking at your article, how will adult education practitioners benefit from reading the article, and subsequently, how will that benefit their learners?
Thanks for that question, Don. So the title of our article is actually a nod to a quote from Briya's executive director, Christy McKay. She said, "We can't have a school unless we're being led by students, especially in adult education. In order to really be part of the community, to be truly transformative, we must be led by our students." And that is really the heart of not just this article, but also Briya as a school. Student leadership is woven into everything we do, as some of the things that Lauren just mentioned in her response to the last question. Briya's academic programs are combined with structured opportunities for leadership. And we do that to support families on their pathway to academic, social, and economic mobility while simultaneously contributing to the school community. We hope that readers of this article are inspired to consider the ways that they can more deeply integrate adult student leadership and input into their school community. We know that students are the ones who have a firsthand perspective and understanding on what they need to be successful as individuals, but also to help their family succeed. And the more that we can tap into that and integrate it into programming, the more we'll help them with that success. At Briya, students have played an integral role in helping us make big school-wide decisions around the hybrid nature of our school during COVID and the decision to offer support for transitions to college and career. And that is all in a large part due to their feedback and the advocacy that they do at our school. As I mentioned previously, everything that Briya does is too generational. We know that it's powerful for children to see their parents taking on these leadership roles and making change in their community. It normalizes, speaking to a city council member or going to a student council meeting and representing the voices of your peers. Kids see their parents doing that and they know that they can do it too.
Well, that's great. And I will say that, having read through the model and the structure of the program, clearly the engagement and involvement of students at all levels is quite impressive. Student ambassadors, the student council, having students on the board and so on. It's very interesting to read how you have it structured. And so, while somewhat related, let me throw out another question. Ultimately, what do you hope the readers will take away from this article?
Yeah, so they'll have concrete examples of the way that we've done things at Briya, but that's the way that's worked for us. It doesn't mean that those program models will work for every adult education program or even every school. However, we think that the theory that underlies this work is really universally applicable to anyone working with adult learners. At Briya, we say that adults aren't just the recipients of our programs, they're the architects of it. And when you create the spaces for authentic and trusting community and give students the opportunities to lead, you allow those processes to take shape. You hear what they need and you can tap into that and design programming that's responsive to those needs. So we know that the power of students, the powers of leaders who come from communities that they're advocating for, we know that expertise, when given the appropriate space to express it, can just be really powerful and really meaningful. And we think that lesson will be universally applicable to readers working in any context.
Thank you for sharing that. That's great. And I will say that as a professor of adult education, it really is it's just so satisfying to see true adult education theory coming to life through a program like Briya. It really is very neat to see. And so I've asked a few specific questions, but let me ask, do you have any additional comments that you'd like to share with our viewers?
I think that really covers what we'd like to highlight from our article, but we do want to mention our gratitude to you all at COABE for the opportunity to highlight our student leaders in this edition of the journal. And we're excited to read about other schools and programs and how adult leadership looks there and see what we can also enhance at Briya based on others. So thank you so much.
Thank you for that, Lauren, and let me express my gratitude to you and my well wishes to both of you, to your program, and for the contributions that you have made to this edition of the COABE Journal. So again, if you'd like to learn more about Briya, you can find the article To Be Truly Transformative, We Must Be Led by Students, Leadership at Briya PCS, which is a featured article in our current edition of the COABE Journal called Programs Succeed When Learners Lead. Visit coabe.org/journal and you can see how you can download a copy of the article and the journal. Thank you so much, and we wish you well. Until next time, good day.